We're going to take a moment now to look at the humanistic psychology. And humanistic psychology is absolutely in contrast to the behaviorist psychology. Humanistic is going to focus on someone's environment. It focuses primarily upon a person. The humanist sees man as ideally a free agent who can creatively and spontaneously produce unpredictable outcomes. And by contrast, these behaviorists view all behavior in a cause and effect relationship. And some of the source of influence in the environment takes the form of either rewards or punishment. So freedom to act is simply an illusion, a behaviorist will say, and that will quickly be dissolved as the appropriate causes are identified. The humanist, in contrast, holds that the choice is based on prior personal and subjective values that directs the decision making, not in the conditioning of a behavior. So one of the most traditional spokesmen on the humanistic psychology stated that their position has 4 value statements. That, quite frankly, man is a process of becoming, and it's a process of achieving worth and dignity. That the human individual is a self-actualizing process, and it moves on to more and more challenging and enriching experiences. The process by which the individual creates and adapts to a new world, and lastly, the process by which the knowledge transcends itself, like the theory of relativity transcended the Newtonian physics. The psychology of humanism claims that life is so dynamic and ongoing that each person discovers their identity and their real self in a word, his own subjective biology, which he can then proceed to actualize, to make himself, and to choose. The work of the teacher in the humanist's view is to help students learn who they are, help people find out what's already in them, rather than to reinforce students or shape them or teach them in some predesignated, prearranged form, which was decided upon by someone else in advance. So bouncing, getting out of their seats, not fulfilling or finishing their work, a complete lack of interest, maybe even yelling. These are actually all attributes of motivation, and motivation is a plague and disturbing for parents, teachers, and even administrators, both in the home and the classroom. So the video you just watched is on how to motivate children, and it comes from a class that's available on udemy.com. In this course, there are a lot of handouts given, such as a list of ideas for individual motivation and group motivation, an internal needs model that includes the behaviors and solutions, a motivational planner, as well as a self-esteem assessment. You can find a link to access a limited number of coupons for this course in the description of this video.